Hello, friends. Welcome, and thank you for joining me for 30 minutes of yoga, in which hopefully we'll move together, center together, get longer and stronger together. Now, no matter what I'm doing in my practice, I hope you first and foremost listen to your body. If your body is experiencing anything such as pain, that's your body saying, you're not honoring me this way, in this pose today. So it's okay to do something different. It's okay to move in a way that honors you. But today I'm going to pay particular attention to our feet, because especially when we do standing poses, our feet set the foundation. They set our rooting into the ground, and from there, it starts a chain of movement all the way up our bodies. So for right now, let's just center in mountain, which is toes in front of heels. So if we look down, we don't want our toes splayed like this, where I look like a duck. Or we don't want our toes in. Toes right in front of our heels. I'm going to roll around on my feet. I'm going to roll in the inner edge, the outer edge, balls of feet and heels. And then I'm going to try to spread my feet out equally across all edges. From there, I'm going to try to anchor down, and already that's changing how my calves feel. I'm going to try to engage, bring my kneecaps, draw them up to my hips. Ooh, I'm going to engage my tushy, my glutes. Now, my lower half is engaged. Some of you know I'm short-waisted, so I'm going to try to lift my ribs right off my waist. Do you see how that changes my posture? Oh, I feel a lengthening up through my spine. I'm going to relax my shoulders and have my thumbs pointing straight at you rather than at each other. At each other, I'm rounding. As I point them to you, oh, my shoulder blades are drawing together. My heart is opening. I can see my chin is in the air. I'm going to tuck it. And imagine an invisible line drawing me up to the ceiling. I'm lengthening, yet rooting myself into the earth, and that is mountain. We're going to try to recreate that. For example, when we fly an airplane, we might take our arms by side. We're going to try to keep my hips level. I'm going to try to maintain that lengthened feeling. If I open it to star, I'm going to try to create that lengthened feeling. But for now, what I'm going to do is just breathe. Take a deep breath in. Reach for the sky, but draw your shoulder blades down. I'm softening my knees. I'm keeping them tracked right over the center of my feet, and I'm reaching to you. Hi. Hold here. Oh, are you reaching for me? I'm reaching for you. Now complete your fold. My knees are soft. My knees are bent enough to ensure my belly and ribs are touching my thighs. I'm breathing and curling up. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do the side view so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to soften my knees, hinge at the hips, reach forward, imagine I'm reaching for you, and hold at the halfway point. Notice, I'm starting to form what I call a hand sandwich. Squish, squish, squish. My hands are sandwiched between belly, rib, and thigh. And if I need to stop my fold here, I do. If I can keep that contact, I'm going to come all the way down. Breathe and curl back up. And land. Okay, friends. We're going to do first a warrior two. I know I'm jumping the gun here a little bit, but I want to focus on our feet. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to push one set of heels out. Notice how my toes are pointing kind of diagonal to the end of my mat. The other set of toes, I'm pointing directly to the side wall. That has my hips pointing straight forward. I'm going to bring this knee, stack it right over ankle. And I'm going to hold here. Breathe, come on out. So to the long end of the mat, my hips are squared like headlights. Breathing in, come out. Come back down. Now that feeling of grounding through all edges of your feet. Do we have that again? In fact, here I'm going to try to push through the outer edge of my foot. That's going to have me feeling as though my outer thigh is really working hard. Okay, friends. How can we change this? I'm going to come out. I'm going to kick my hips, reach. Notice my torso didn't move, but my hips are still squared forward. I now have length in my sides, and I'm here. Now our goal is not necessarily to come to our ankle. If I come forward with my shoulders or push my hips back, if I do, I want to find that same plane. And maybe that means my triangle is here or here. But we're going to come on up and do the same thing on the other side. So, toes are in front of heels. Warrior two on the other side. I'm cutting my heel out. Toes are kind of going on the diagonal. This set of toes directly to the side wall. Warrior two. Knee right over ankle. I'm feeling work here. I'm feeling work here. Inner thigh stretch here. I'm going to come on out. Notice how the work in the stretch changes. Come back into it. Again. Now, where are my heels and my ankles in relation to each other? I'm heel to heel or heel to instep. Let's do that one more time. I'm trying to move in and out of my pose slowly with control. Do you feel the inner thigh stretch? Right here. Do you feel the outer thigh work? Push into the outer blade. Do you feel your quad work? Make sure your knee is right over your ankle. Okay, friends, release. Oh, one more thing in our warrior two. How far do we how far do we want our stance? With our arms out, we want our ankles right underneath our wrists. So here, a little bit too short. Here, I'm too far out, and as I bend, I'm not really stable and my knee isn't stacked over. Let's go just right. Not with mama bear, daddy bear, baby bear? Baby bear? Did baby bear have it just right in the middle? Not too hard, not too soft. Ooh. But you know what? We didn't do triangle. I'm going to straighten. I'm going to cut my hips. I'm going to reach. Oh, I'm going to reach for the side wall. Oh, I can't reach it anymore, so now I'm going to land it. Oh. Ooh, feeling those inner thigh stretch, yes. I still have similar feet as though I do in a warrior two stance. That helps me keep my hips squared straight forward in this pose. Now, friends, come on up and bring your feet right underneath your hips. We're going to reset. First, let's take another extended mountain pose. I'm going to set my feet just a little wider than hips. Let's reach to each other. Bend knees, hinge hips, reach to me. Come down into a fold. Now from here, my toes are going out and I'm coming down to open my hips in a yogi squat. Breathe. Okay, we're not going to close our eyes, but we are going to come back up into a fold. Hands to mat, hips up, toes forward, curl back up. Now, friends, this time, since we're focusing on our feet, I want to show a warrior one as we are facing each other. I've got my feet under my hips. I'm on railroad tracks. I'm going to bring one foot straight back. So notice I'm not on a tightrope. I'm on train tracks. Bring my heel down. Notice how my hip is pointing here. I'm going to pull it forward. I'm going to bend this front knee until it's straight over ankle. So I'm not twisted and turned through here. Torso, straight forward. Hips like headlights, straight forward again. And here is our warrior one. Now, if you find your hips are twisted and you're kind of like this, that means wider stance to pull the hip forward. So I'm squared from hips up to my shoulders. Okay, I'm going to experience this a little more. I'm anchoring both feet, all four corners of both feet. I'm going to keep my spine in neutral as I sweep my arms back and I am flying. I'm feeling a lot more work in my front quad. Feeling a great back calf stretch. Rise. Now, friends, I'm going to keep this here, but come back into a sun warrior. You can have two different sun warriors. Where are your hips? I'm going to close my eyes and reset my stance. Feet right underneath my hips. We're on railroad tracks. Bring the back heel down. Notice how my hip, see how I'm not squared in my torso? I'm going to pull my hip round. Ooh, hello, hip flexor stretch. We're going to bend this front knee until it is stacked right over my ankle. Your knee, is it going cattywampus or is it tracking straight down the center of your foot? Once you find your footing and your leg, see how my knee wants to go cattywampus? Oh, I'm having to push it out to keep my knee tracking safely. Now I'm starting to turn my hips. Square off or step wider. Square off. That's a little easier. Now I'm not twisted through my torso or my knee. Now I'm flying to you as you fly to me. Let's fly to each other. I'm one long diagonal line. I'm anchoring my back foot down. Let's rise. I'm going to keep my hips forward and then come back into a sun warrior one. Okay, friends, I'm going to release and come back into that semi-wide leg fold. It's not quite full wide on. I've got my toes in front of my heels. I'm lengthening, softening knees, pushing my hips back as I bring belly rib to thigh, coming into my fold. Oh, there's a release through my low back. Okay, friends, let's open our hips, toes out, heels in. I'm keeping my belly rib to thigh. I'm coming maybe here, high. Maybe my hips are going lower. My chest is staying high. This time I'm going to add a reach side to side. Bring one hand down, and I'm reaching for the sky. Or maybe I'm wrapping it behind. Now I'm releasing, pressing my knees out, lifting my heart, and twisting the other way. Maybe we're reaching, maybe we're wrapping. It's whatever you want to do. Now I'm releasing, pressing my knees out. Okay, friends. Let's release, come back into our fold. And breathe. Toes out, heels in. Come back down one more time. Okay, friends. I'm going to come into a seated pigeon with you. I'm going to bring myself down to the mat. And I'm planting my feet hip width apart. Here too, I'm watching my toes. Where are they? Toes right in front of heels. Bring my hands down. I'm anchoring myself. Shoulders, slide them down. Your head, lift them away from your shoulders. Flex a foot and bring it right across a knee. Now notice how now that knee is somewhat outside of my hip. This is pigeon. Now I'm not going to feel it if I am kind of rounded and sunken in. See, that doesn't look like strength, right? It does if I start to draw my shoulders down, push my head away from my shoulders, keep my spine in neutral. Now if you're saying that I can't do that from here, push your hips back and try to find the straight spine, head away from shoulders. If you need more, straight spine, hips closer to the front of your foot. This is pigeon. Okay, friends, breathe. This is releasing my rotators and glutes on this side. From pigeon to double pigeon, or sometimes known as fire log. I've got a flex foot, fire log, because here's one stack of firewood stacked on another. This is not feeling right. Leg under. Okay, friends. Tall and lifted. I want to show off this Y badge because I love it. And I'm imagining you are wearing a similar shirt and you're saying, yes, I do. I love my Y too. Now, friends, let's take our Y badge on a journey. I'm looking to my knee, breathing out to come down, breathing in to sweep round. Ooh, that's once around the world. How about we go around a couple more times? Exhaling to come down, breathing to circle round. Now here too, I'm paying attention to my feet. Here is a little more like lotus, and it's going to change what we're feeling in our hip. Think ankle over knee, knee over foot. Let's take two more. Lotus and fire log are two different things. One more. This is actually a more intense to me. Pigeon. It's called double pigeon to some. Now, friends, take a deep breath in. Come forward. I still don't want to hide that Y, so I'm trying to lengthen it out so you can still see it even as I come forward. Ooh, a little bit more right here in my right hip. I feel that. Okay, friends, you've got to do the same thing on the other side. Hip width apart. I'm not toes out. I'm not toes in. I'm toes right behind or right in front of my heels. I'm finding my long spine. Stay where you are. I'm going to show you the side view. Long straight spine. Flexing my other foot. Bring it over my knee. Head away. Hips down on the mat. Now if we're shrinking in, if we're rounding our spine, send your hips back. Push yourself away from the earth. Find that nice straight spine. If we can keep our spine straight and need more, hips come forward. Straight spine, head lifted. Rotators and glutes. You can see how it's pigeon because pigeon would be here, here, or here. Knee outside of hip. But this is a nifty way to experience pigeon. Okay, friends, from pigeon to double pigeon, I'm going to bend this leg. I've got my top foot flexed. Foot on knee, knee on foot. Lengthening again. Hello, knee. I want to get to know you a little better. But first, I'm going to travel the world. How about we do 3 more? Exhaling to lower. Breathing to circle around. Hi. 2 more. Use your breath to help you move. I'm exhaling to come down. It goes, ooh, I feel that pinch. I'm breathing in, helping me rise. From here, I'm sitting tall, breathing in, reaching forward. Now I'm trying not to crunch. See how that hides my why? I don't want to hide my why. My why is important to me. Is your why important to you? Then show it off. Okay, friends. Anybody want to? I can't help but find the beat and go, oh yeah, that feels a little groovy. Okay, friends, releasing. Okay, we're going to find our way into a wide leg fold. Now here too the feet matter. I don't want my feet to flop around. Toes up. Think of your toes facing the ceiling. If your hamstrings are tight, knees are bent. I'm breathing in as I'm coming forward. I'm still trying to show you my why, even if I come forward a little bit more. Now, if this is okay for you, and we can stay long, we might straighten our legs and come a little further forward. Okay, friends. I'm going to sit back up. I'm going to take 1 foot in. I'm exhaling and coming forward over my leg. Okay, friends, if it feels right, we might take hand to thigh or hand to ankle and make our way into a side bend. I'm going to try to point my Y up to the sky. I don't want to hide my Y. I love it. In fact, I want to show it a little bit of drama. You want to show it some drama with me? Release, hand by your hip. Push your hips forward and reach back as you plant toes into the mat and see how long you can get through side body. Okay, friends, I'm going to breathe and come back down. Lengthen again. Come forward. Notice I'm not trying to shrink in. Instead, I'm just trying to lengthen forward, and I only come forward as much as my hips allow. Okay, friends. Let's release and switch sides. Oh, before we switch sides, let's go through the middle one more time. Remember, I'm not letting my toes flop out. I've got my toes pointing up to the sky. Maybe my knees are bent. Spine as long as can be. In fact, I'm going to find even more length. See how that front of my shirt stretched out a little bit? Keep it as much as you can. Coming forward, maybe a little, maybe more. I'm not letting my shoulders crunch in. I'm not pulling with my head. It's my hips. Folds come from your hips. Okay, friends, breathe and sit back up. Tuck 1 foot in. Where are my toes? Pointing straight up to the sky. Maybe my knee is bent. Long as can be, staying long. Trying not to create wrinkles through the front of my shirt as I breathe. And if you feel like closing your eyes and breathing, maybe we do that. And just notice what you feel. If your back is feeling crunched or uncomfortable, guess what? That might mean you need to adjust. A fold to lengthen our spine, along with stretch our hamstrings. Now we might stay here. We might take hand to ankle. I'm opening myself up and making my way with length down side body. Maybe bring arm inside. See this why? I'm letting it shine. I'm hoping you're letting your why shine as well. Okay, friends. I'm breathing to sit back up. I'm planting my hand by my hip and lifting, pushing my hips forward and reaching back. I'm grounding myself with my toes, but reaching with my hands. Okay, friends, when you've had enough of this, we're coming back down, lengthening and exhaling forward. Okay, friends, let's release. We're making our way to hands and knees. Now, friends, your leg closest to me, bring it outside your hand. And from here, I'm going to tuck my toes, straighten my knee, and begin to straighten my leg. Breathe and come back into your low lunge. It might be on toes, it might be on knee. Now twist to me and let's wave to each other. Hi. Now we're going to take a quick bow. I'm going to take this arm. I'm going to thread it through, trying to bring my elbow close to the mat. Oh, there's a hip opening stretch. I'm going to come back into my twist and let it go. Friends, switch knees. Other knee, bring it right outside your hand. Hello, low lunge. Tuck toes, lift your back knee. Exhale, begin to straighten that back, or front leg, which is now our back leg. Straighten as much as you can without discomfort. You're feeling a little discomfort, so maybe there's a bigger bend in your knee. Breathe. I'm coming back into the lunge. Option on toes, option drop the knee to mat. We're going to twist away from each other. Let's twist away. Now we're going to thread the needle. Thread. Let's thread to each other. I'm going to try to bring the shoulder down as close as I can. Elbow down as close as I can to the ground. Hello, hip opener. Release back into the twist. Release. Come back to hands and knees. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. From neutral spine, find your cat. Meow, my current cat's name is Sparky. Find your cow. I used to have a cat cow. And that cat cow, her first name when she came to me from the shelter was Bessie. So Bessie is my cow. I'm gonna find my Sparky again, my cat. Breathing out. Breathing in. Hello, Bessie. Hello, cow. I'm going to try it again. I'm focusing on what I'm feeling through my spine. Cat-cow is all about the spine. Cow. Okay, friends, we're going to release our cat-cow and turn to each other. Because unfortunately, our practice is coming to a close. So friends, let's breathe. Take a cleansing breath to belly. Exhale, let go what you want. Let go what you would. Breathe and gather only what you choose to take from today's practice. And it's yours to do with as you choose. Friends, it's been a pleasure just exploring our bodies together. Just seeing what happens if I move this way. What happens if I adjust my feet just so? Little tweaks can make a big difference, and that's why we call it practice. But for now, our time together is done for today. If you still want to practice, you can go on your own personal practice. You can view some of our on-demand practices on the virtual Y. But just know that we're here for you. And I know you're there for me too. To Colleen, I think it's Meryl. I think it's Meryl. If you're out there, hi. I hope you're flowing with me. But I hope everybody out there flowing with me is having a great day. And mwah, be well. Goodbye, friends.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life.
Through the bag. Go. That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working hard. You did awesome.